Hello, today we are going to learn about our National Education Policy 2020. It is coming under Ministry of Human Resources and Development. This National Policy Education Policy document consists of 63 pages, and it is classified into divided into four parts. First part is school education, second part is higher education, third is other key areas of forces, and four is making it happen. We are going to learn what exactly the National Education Policy reforms tells us. What has been written in this policy, and what is the motto behind it in reforming our education policy. Excluding these four parts, another part is there, that is introduction part, and it is very important that what is our government is trying to convey us the reason behind the reforms in the educational policies. So let's start the introduction part. Education is the fundamental right of every individual, and it is the fundamental for achieving full human potential, developing an equitable and just society, and promoting national development. Providing universal access to quality education is the key to India's continued ascent and leadership on the global stage in terms of economic growth, social justice and equality, scientific advancement, national integration and cultural preservations. Universal high quality education is the best way forward for developing and maximizing our country's rich talents and resources for the good of the individuals and the society and the country and finally the world. India will have the highest population of young people in the world over the next decade, and our ability to provide high quality educational opportunities to them will determine the future of our country. The Global Education Development Agenda, reflected in the Goal 4 of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development adopted by India in 2015, seeks to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education, promote lifelong learning opportunities for all by 2030. Such a lofty goal will require the entire education system to be reconfigured to support and foster the learning, so that all of the critical targets and goals of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development can be achieved. The world is undergoing rapid changes to the knowledge landscape, with various dramatic scientific and technological advances such as the rise of the big data, machine learning, artificial intelligence. Many unskilled jobs worldwide may be taken over by machines, while the need for a skilled workforce, particularly involving mathematics, computer science, data science, in conjunction with multidisciplinary abilities across the science, social sciences and humanities, will be increasingly in greater demand. With climate change, increasing pollution, depleting natural resources, there will be a sizable shift in how we meet the world's energy, water, food and sanitational needs, again resulting in the need for new skilled labor, particularly in biology, chemistry, physics, agriculture, climate science and social sciences. The growing emergency of epidemics and pandemics will also call for collaborative research, infectious disease management and development of vaccines, and the resultant social issues heightens the need for multidisciplinary learning. There will be a growing demand for humanities and art as India moves towards becoming a developed country as well as among the three largest economies in the world. Indeed, with the quickly changing employment landscape and global ecosystem, it is becoming increasingly critical that children not only learn but also importantly learn how to learn. Education thus must move towards less content and more towards learning about how to think critically and thus solve problems, how to be creative and multidisciplinary, how to innovate, how to adapt and observe new materials in novel and changing fields. Pedagogy must evolve to make education more experimental, holistic, integrated, and inquiry driven, discovery oriented, learner centered, discussion based, flexible, and of course enjoyable. The curriculum must include basic arts, crafts, humanities, games, sports, fitness, languages, literatures, culture, and values, in addition to science and mathematics, to develop all aspects and capabilities of learners. Make education more well-rounded, useful, and fulfilling to the learners. Education must build character and enable learners to the ethical, rational, compassionate, and caring, while at the same time prepare for the gainful and fulfilling employment. The gap between the current state of learning outcomes, what is required, must be bridged through undertaking major reforms that brings the highest quality, equity, and integrity into the system, from early childhood care and education through higher education. The aim must be for India to have an education system by 2040 that is second to none, with equitable access to the highest quality education for all the learners regardless of social and economic backgrounds. This National Education Policy 2020 is the first education policy of the 21st century and aims to address to many growing developmental imperatives of our country. This policy proposes the revision and revamping of all the aspects of the educational structure, including its regulation and governance, to create a new system that is aligned with the aspirational goals of 21st century education, including SDG 4, while building upon India's traditions and value systems. The National Education Policy lays particular emphasis on the development of the creative potential of each individuals. It is based on the principle that education must develop not only cognitive capacities but the fundamental capacities of literacy and numeracy and higher order cognitive capacities such as critical thinking and problem solving, but also social, ethical, and emotional capacities and dispositions. The rich heritage of ancient and eternal Indian knowledge that thought has been a guiding light for this policy. The pursuit of knowledge, gyan, wisdom, pragya, and the truth, satya, was always considered in Indian thought and philosophy as the highest human goal. The aim of education in ancient India was not just the acquisition of knowledge as preparation for life in this world or life beyond schooling, but for the complete realization and liberation of the self. World-class institutions of ancient India like such as Takshashila, Nalanda, Vikramashila, Vallavi set the highest standards of multidisciplinary teaching and research and hosted scholars and students from across the world. The Indian education system produced great scholars such as Charaka, Sushruta, Aryabhata, Barahamihira, Bhaskaracharya, Brahmagupta, Chanakya, Chakrapani, Datta, Madhava, Panini, Patanjali, Nagarjuna, Gautama, Pingala, Sankardev, Maitreyi, Gargi, and Tiruvalluvar, among numerous others who made seminal contributions to the world knowledge in diverse fields such as mathematics, astronomy, metallurgy, medical science, surgery, civil engineering, architecture, shipbuilding and navigation, yoga, fine arts, chess, and many more. Indian culture and philosophy have had a strong influence on the world. These rich legacies to the World Heritage must not only be nurtured and preserved for posterity but also researched and enhanced, put through new uses in our educational system. The teacher must be at the center of the reform in educational system. The new education policy must help in re-establishing teachers at all levels are the most respected and essential members of our society because they truly shape our next generation of citizens. It must do everything to empower teachers and help them to do their jobs as effectively as possible. The new education policy must help in recruiting the best and brightest teachers to enter in the teaching profession at all levels by ensuring livelihood, respect, dignity, autonomy, while also instilling in the system basic methods of quality control and accountability. The new education policy must provide to all students, irrespective of their residence, caste, and creed, a quality education system with a particular focus on historically marginalized, disadvantaged, and underprivileged groups. Education is a great leveler. Education is a great leveler and is the best tool for achieving economic and social mobility, inclusion, and equality. Initiatives must be in place to ensure that all students from such groups, despite inherent obstacles, are provided various targeted opportunities to enter and excel in the educational system. The elements must be incorporated taking into account the local and global needs of the country with respect for and deference to its rich diversity culture, instilling knowledge of India and its various social, cultural, and technological needs, its inimitable artistic language and knowledge, traditions, and its strong ethics in India's young people is considered as critical for the purpose of national pride, self-confidence, self-knowledge, corporation, and integration. This is the first part of the introduction section. Then comes the principle of this national education policy. Then comes vision of this national policy, which we will learn in next sessions. Thank you.